guys, Coach Morgan, can you just say his first name? Is it Lazarus? Lazarus? Okay, thank you.
I got a spine issue with this one. I'll be alright.
Yeah, I don't see any, unfortunately. Was there one out there? Or
I don't see you guys.
Steve, this gentleman. Yep. Hello and welcome to Frank Bailey Field here in Schenectady, New York for this afternoon's Liberty League football game between the visitors from Buffalo State University, the Bengals, against the Union College Garnet Chargers. This is a big Liberty League matchup. Union back home for just the second time this season. They played a little more than a month ago here at home against SUNY Maritime, won that game. That's their only victory of the season, and this is a big Liberty League game because right now the Liberty League standings are a bit of a jumble. Hobart is the, I believe, only undefeated team in the league remaining, and both of these teams sit 0-1, so trying to keep the potential alive for a Liberty League title. These two teams going at it here on what is a beautiful afternoon, not a cloud in the sky. Blue skies. It is supposed to be close to 70 degrees, so if you are watching us somewhere in the Capital District, please come on out here to Frank Bailey Field. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day for football on a late October weekend. Very unseasonable to be in the high 60s, close to 70 degrees, and we'll see how that should be, certainly great for the fans in attendance. It might actually be a little warm for some of the players out on the field, and we've kind of gone back and forth here with the early mornings have been in the 30s, and to warm up like this is quite unusual. But it's going to be a great day for football. Union and Buffalo State meeting for the fifth time all time. Buffalo State, a newer member to the Liberty League, played in the Empire 8. Previous to that, we're in the NJAC, the New Jersey Athletic Conference, and Buffalo State makes the trip east to take on this Union College team, which I said playing their first home game in more than a month, back since September 14th. This is just the second home game, 4 of the first 5 games for Union on the road, and this is going to be a big one for Coach John Drock. Coming off the bye, played 2 weeks ago and had that lead in that game, led St. Lawrence on the road by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and let that one slip away, falling in overtime 27-24. Union has lost the last 2 games by a combined 5 points. So they got to finish. We'll hear from Coach Drock here in just a minute as we get you started for this one. Again, a beautiful day, Union and Buffalo State. We said it's the 5th all-time meeting. Union has won all of the previous 4, including last year, 43-17. At that time, Union improved to 8-1 on the road, and that was a big win for Union. The last time they played in Schenectady, a couple of years ago, Union won that game 45-0. So I think this is going to be a good matchup, though. Buffalo State comes in. They are 2-3, coached by Lazarus Morgan in his 3rd season at the helm, the Utica College grad, previous defensive coordinator at Cortland State University. Really talks about physical style. That's his focus, Coach Morgan, talking about blocking and tackling and really trying to key in on stopping the opposition's running game, and that will be key because Union would like to get its running game going. They had Patch Flanagan, their quarterback, run for over 200 yards 2 weeks ago against St. Lawrence, but they also have the 2-headed attack of Michael Fiore and Jonathan Anderson in the backfield. So Union would like to get its ground game going. Buffalo State, actually both teams making their way out onto the field. Buffalo State on the far sideline wearing their road white jerseys. And Union is going to be wearing their home grays this afternoon in this one. Liberty League, around the Liberty League, RPI and Ithaca, that game being played down on the South Hill. Hobart and St. Lawrence all are 1 o'clock kickoffs, all 3 games. And as we said, it's, there's not really a clear-cut favorite. I guess you could say Hobart. They do not have a loss in the standings. But, again, this is a key game between these two teams trying to keep themselves in it. Hobart is 2-0, and then you look at it, the other 4 teams, Rochester, RPI, Ithaca, and St. Lawrence are all 1-1. Buffalo State and Union 0-1 in the league. Union losing to St. Lawrence. And Buffalo State losing last week to Hobart. Union fans getting up. It's homecoming. It is family weekend. A good crowd expected. There's already a huge crowd across the way on the hill. There is a big tent set up across that you can see across from our vantage point here. So it's going to be a big crowd on hand here for this afternoon's Liberty League contest between Union and Buffalo State. And again, we talked about it. Couldn't be any bigger stakes. Buffalo State 2-3, Union 1-4. Union's lost 3 straight games and 0-4 on the road. So they're looking to turn things around. And when we talk to Coach Draken, you'll hear from him in just a minute. Talked about kind of finishing drives. They're averaging over 300 yards a game, but only 21 points per game. So that is something they will be looking to do this afternoon. And we mentioned the last 2 games that Union's played, they've lost by a combined 5 points. They lost by 3 in overtime 2 weeks ago. And then a week before that, lost to Montclair State 17-15. Captains heading out to the center of the field, where we will have the coin toss. For Union, it is Cole Da Silva, Robbie Tolbert, Nate Sullivan. And Michael Fiore, sorry. So we will step aside now for the national anthem. You'll hear from Union head coach John Drock as we get ready for Union versus Buffalo State. We are here in the pregame, joined by Union head coach John Drock. And Coach, coming off the bye, what has been the message to the team over the last couple of weeks to try and get ready to go for this Buffalo State game?
Yeah, I think we refocused ourselves a little bit and really focused on some of the details that we need to clean up to kind of take us over that edge. You know, we've been very close the last couple of weeks and just need to be able to learn how to finish and do some things a little bit more efficiently throughout the course of the game to put us in a situation to win the game at the end of the game.
How about offensively, what are going to be maybe some of the keys this afternoon against the defense? Statistically, they've given up, some big numbers, but they have played an FCS team, so that kind of skewed things a little bit against them. Yep. But what's going to be some of the keys for your offense?
I think we need to be able to take care of the football. We need to win third down, and we need to run the football on first down. You know what I mean? I think that if we can do those 3 things, I think that we're going to put ourselves in good situations on second and third, play the head of the chains as much as we possibly can, and be physical in the front. We win the front, we win the football game.
How about defensively for your defense going up against their offense? They haven't put up a whole ton of points yet this season, but it's an offense that is pretty balanced. About 120 yards both passing and rushing the football per game.
I think controlling the quarterback is going to be a big piece of it. He's a really, really talented runner and a thrower. Him creating plays after the play is already dead is a big portion of that. We got to keep him in the pocket. We got to keep him contained, and then we got to stop the run on first and second down. You know what I mean? They're going to line up some heavier boxes, 21 personnel, some 12 personnel things, and try to push the ball down our throat a little bit. We got to be really stout against that.
And finally, you guys haven't played a home game in about a month here. It's homecoming, family weekend, kind of big crowd here, great weather. How good does it kind of feel to kind of get back home and kind of be back in front of the home crowd here this weekend?
Yeah, it's great. It's a clean slate, and I know that for us, we're excited about the support that they're going to be able to provide and really give us an edge on that football field. I know we're going to play out with a ton of energy, and I hope they feel that today.
That's Union head coach John Drock. We'll be right back. Kickoff, Union and Buffalo State coming up. Thanks, as always, to Union head coach John Drock for joining us in the pregame. You heard his keys there. Trying to establish the run, get ahead of the chains, also win the turnover battle, and try to contain the Buffalo State quarterback, sophomore Amir Cameron, who didn't play last week against Hobart, got banged up a little bit in the game against Mercyhurst, as he has kind of split time here this season with junior Noah Kimball. But Union will get the ball to start here. Garnet Chargers moving from right to left across your screen as we get things started. Again, we are underway here as it is the senior Nick Chandra to kick away, and he puts his foot into it, and it's caught at about the 10-yard line and brought out. And getting out to the 20-yard line, so a pickup of about 11, and that's where Union will start its first drive of this game. 1st and 10. It was Dan Quinn on the return, Niskayuna guy who caught his first career touchdown a year ago at Buffalo State. So they spot the ball right at about the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Patch Flanagan and the offense. And Union comes out with 4 wide receivers on this first down play. Buffalo State. And right off the rip, there's a penalty is coming across the line is number 5, Kadir McKeon. So McKeon up from the linebacker spot, the freshman from Brooklyn, jumps off sides, and it'll make it 1st and 5 for Union. This is a Buffalo State defense that's given up 24 points per game. A little bit of that is skewed. They did play an FCS-level opponent, Mercyhurst. But Coach Morgan has been improving with his defense. The points per game have been going down in each of his 3 years. So he is optimistic about this defense, wants them to limit the explosive plays here this afternoon. Union has 4 receivers, 2 to each side of Patch Flanagan, and it's Fiore in the backfield on 1st down, and now a whistle flies. So a bit of a choppy start to this one as each team has gotten a penalty. Not exactly how I think either coaching staff drew it up, offsides on defense and then a delay of game. Usually the first few plays are scripted, so I don't think it's really an issue of getting the play in there, but Union's trying to set up, get its offensive line going here. So it's back to 1st and 10 after the back-to-back penalties that offset each other. 1st and 10, 4 receivers, 2 to each side. They're going to fake the handoff and go with Flanagan. And he got to the outside. A nice job by Justin Brown up from the secondary who makes the tackle. A short, if any, gain. They're actually going to mark it as a loss for Flanagan. 2 yards. So he faked the handoff to Fiore. Patch Flanagan, a junior from Madison, Connecticut. His older brother Jack was a defensive lineman for the Union program. Ran for over 200 yards 2 weeks ago against St. Lawrence. 15 seconds on the play clock. It is 2nd and 12 from the 18. 3 receivers, trips to the near side here for Union. Flanagan takes the snap. This is going to be a handoff to Fiore, and he is swarmed up as Buffalo State fly into the ball as 51 Mohamed Sangare. There was a host of defenders in there on that tackle. Dominic Ferguson as well for Buffalo State. So 3rd and very long, 3rd and 14, and we could talk to Coach John Drock before the game. This is not what he wanted his team to be in. 3rd and long on the first drive of the game. 3rd and, call it 15, ball spotted back, or 3rd and 14 rather, ball is at the 16. Flanagan fakes the handoff, has time in the pocket, throws, and it was deflected at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a quick 3 and out for this Union offense as Buffalo State did a nice job getting to the 2 running plays, and then it was a deflection at the line of scrimmage. Knocked that pass down and bring up 4th down, and quickly Hayden Hall is on to punt the football away for Union. We're just a little more than a minute and a half into this first quarter. Punt away from Hall, put his right foot into it. Not a very long punt, and it is down at the Union 46-yard line. So good field position for this Buffalo State offense as they will take over 1st and 10. So quick 3 and out for Union, not exactly what they were hoping for offensively to start things, especially getting the ball here to start this game. Be 1st and 10 for the Bengals at the Union 46, so good field position. Buffalo State is led by its anchors up front on offense. The offensive line, senior Alex Westcott, All Liberty League a year ago, and Kenny Onama, senior co-captain on that left side of the offensive line for quarterback Amir Cameron. Here's Cameron. Actually, excuse me, it's Kimball. Kimball takes a big hit, and the pass on the sideline, and no call yet. They're going to say he made the catch on the far sideline. It was Ale Wilson who made the catch all the way down at the 26-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 20. And Kimball, who gets the start here, let that one rip. The junior from Depew. This was a direct snap to Wilson, the running back. Senior from the Bronx, over 1,500 career rushing yards. Explosive runner, had 733 of those yards last year, led the team. Got a couple there, pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 inside the 25. Again, Kimball starting. A little unsure if it would be Cameron or Kimball. Both of them have played this season. Kimball takes the snap, handoff, running right up the middle. And getting down to the 20-yard line is Ale Wilson. We'll give you the starters up front here for Buffalo State. Alex Westcott and Kenny Onama. Anthony Lazinski is the center. Cole Perlman is the right. He's at right tackle. And the right guard is actually 66. James Denegal. They snap it. They're looking into the end zone, and it's just beyond the reach of Darian Jones. Jones was being covered. I believe that's Matt Mitchell. We'll try to give you the Union defensive starters here in just a second. Oh, there was actually a flag down on that play too. I didn't see it. So they said offsides, I believe, on Cole De Silva, the senior co-captain. And that'll move the ball to the 15-yard line, and it's going to give Buffalo State a 1st down. So that is a big penalty there. Keeps this drive moving for the Bengals. And junior quarterback Noah Kimball. Kimball gives to Wilson. Wilson shifty, bounces it outside, and he is swarmed over. Ball comes out. But they're saying he was down inside the 15, about the 14. A couple of yard pickup for Wilson. This drive started at the Union 46-yard line. First drive of the game for Buffalo State. Pickup of 1 for Wilson. Try to give you the starters again here for Union in just a second on the defense. 2nd down and 9 from the 14. Scoreless here in the first quarter. First drive for Buffalo State. Man in motion is Johnson. Kimball trying to get away, and he is going to be brought down and sacked on the play. It's Jordan Black. Big play there from the Union defense to get Buffalo State behind the sticks here. And now it's going to be 3rd down and long. Ball backed up to the 19. 3rd and long. Buffalo State's got to get all the way down close to the 5-yard line. trips receivers to the near side for Kimball. Big play early here. Kimball has time in the pocket. Winds up to intercepted. It's picked off. And the Union defense comes up with the big play as it was James Gillespie, the senior from Boston, who intercepts that pass, his first of the season, and Union's defense makes a huge play on that third down. Gillespie likes playing against this Buffalo State team, had 2 interceptions a year ago in Buffalo. So Gillespie with the interception and a huge play to try to reverse some of the momentum. Buffalo State had a short field. They got all the way down inside the 20, and then the interception for Kimball, his 5th of the season. And it sets up the Union offense back with the football, and here's Jonathan Anderson trying to bounce it outside for Gillespie. His 5th career interception, had 4 to lead the team a year ago. Anderson gets 5 to the 29, and for Jonathan Anderson, the junior from Hamden, Connecticut, comes into the game at 1,850 career rushing yards and 14 career rushing touchdowns. Only 176 yards on the season, though, and they want to get him going. Anderson, back-to-back runs. He's got a first down, pickup of 5. It'll be a first down for Union as they move the football out to the 34. So back-to-back runs to start this second offensive drive. Under 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. Scoreless in this Liberty League contest between Union and Buffalo State. Flanagan in the shotgun, going to give it to Anderson. Anderson looking to run to his right, and he has got another big chunk play as he gets all the way down to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 9 behind this offensive line. And we'll give you the starters here up front for Union offensively. Kyle Webster, the left tackle. Owen Fernandez, the freshman's at left guard. David Cooperstein from right tackle to center. Luke Rader is at right guard, and Nick Olivola is at right tackle. Fake the handoff. They're going to get it complete to Tolbert here on the near side. Tolbert trying to get away, and kind of an awkward tackle there as he was taken down by Bushika Butcher, and he's the one to watch out for on this Buffalo State defense. Already has 2 interceptions, the sophomore from White Plains, their best secondary player, Butcher. And Coach Morgan said he continues to get better, the sophomore from White Plains. Third down and less than half a yard here. We'll see what Union does. They were in the shotgun. They're going to give it to Anderson. He's got the first down. And he's got maybe 1 yard out to the 45, maybe 2 officially. So 2 first downs here. Union keeps its drive alive. So Union has definitely started the focus on establishing the run. They're going to hand it off again. Here's Anderson. Big hole, and he's got a first down. And whoa, much more all the way down to the Buffalo State 30-yard line as Jonathan Anderson with a big, big run. Pickup of 24 as he was carrying Butcher to the Buffalo State 31-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Union with 3 first downs on this drive. High snap. Flanagan pulls it down, hands to Fiore, big hole. And Michael Fiore has another first down inside the 20. Well, Union, we talked about, wants to get the running game established, and they've done just that, as getting Anderson and Fiore into the mix. And that makes a lot of sense. Two guys who have rushed for more than 4,000 career yards combined between Jonathan Anderson and Michael Fiore. Flanagan in the shotgun, going to give it to Fiore. It's been working, and they're running behind that offensive line. And Fiore gets about 5. It's a Union offense that averaging pretty balanced, 160 yards passing the football, 155 yards running the football. Coach Drock, in his first season, was named the head coach back in last December. Flanagan hands again to Fiore, and it's pretty much rinse and repeat at this point as Fiore gets down close to the 5-yard line as Union is just running behind that offensive line. So Union's first drive went 3 and out. This drive has been much more successful as they started down deep in their end. They're all the way down at the Buffalo State 5-yard line with 4.5 to go in this first quarter. Flanagan hands off. Fiore trying to bounce it outside, and Buffalo State a nice job to keep him contained. Kadir McKeon in on the tackle. Also, it was a host of Buffalo State defenders there. 2 running backs in the backfield with Flanagan on shotgun here in 2nd and goal. Tolbert, the man in motion from right to left. They're going to hand it to Fiore. He's got an initial burst of speed through the line of scrimmage, gets inside the 5 to the 4 or 3-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. And Anderson comes back out onto the field. Both he and Fiore have had success on this drive. Is Union going to keep going with the run here? And is Buffalo State going to be able to do something to step up here defensively? Flanagan with Freeze and Anderson in the backfield. He's going to throw it here on 3rd down. No, he's going to run it. Patch Flanagan, touchdown! He spread him out, and Flanagan runs it in on 3rd and goal. It's 6-0 Union. Flanagan, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Union is going to line up to go for 2. It looks like, as they're going to throw it, and it's caught in the back of the end zone. They tried a little trickery, and now everybody's standing around. So there's a flag down in the end zone for an illegal substitution. It will be declined, and the 2-point conversion is good. I think that was Cam Freeze who threw it into the back of the end zone there. I'm not sure who caught it, though. Was it? Well, it's 8-0 with 3:09 to go here in quarter number 1. Union fans, visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. The place to watch college, pro football, hockey with friends and family. It's the Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, a proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. So Union's second drive, they march down the field and finish it off with Patch Flanagan running in for the touchdown. There was a 13-play, 76-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock as Union is in front 8-0. And it was Cam Freeze who threw that, so a tight end to a tight end as Freeze throws to Flaherty for the 2 points. And Union in front 8-0. So Buffalo State will get the ball at the 30-yard line. I think the Buffalo State players, are thinking it should be at the 35-yard line, but it's at the 30-yard line. Buffalo State's second drive. They had some success on the first drive, moved inside the Union 20, and then Kimball was intercepted by James Gillespie. I believe it's still Kimball out there. It looked like some movement there up front on the offensive line as at 66, the new starter, James Denegal, who's starting at right tackle. Excuse me, right guard. Cole Perlman, the right guard, moved out to right tackle. So that'll back Buffalo State up. It'll be 1st and 15. We'll try to give you some of the Union defense here. They came up big on that first drive after letting Buffalo State move about 20 or 30 yards inside the 20. Gillespie with the interception. Jordan Black, who starts up front, had a sack as well as they finally got some pressure. Handoff for Wilson. Bounces off of the initial contact and is able to pick up maybe about 2 or 3 yards. Starting up front for Union offensively, Jordan Black, Charlie Johnson, and Ethan Vanderbrink. Vanderbrink has had a whale of a career, 117 tackles, 28 tackles for loss, and 13.5 sacks. He has 6 sacks this season to lead the team. Linebackers are Cushing, Cole Da Silva, senior co-captain, and John Dragitis. And then in the secondary, Emmanuel Green, James Gillespie, who had an interception already, Matt Mitchell, and senior co-captain Nate Sullivan, along with Dwayne Hines. 5 defensive backs for Union. Hines is kind of a hybrid linebacker. He was around the play there on that tackle. Pass complete, only a couple of yards, actually lost a yard back to the 26-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 14. And this is a big play for Union, try and keep this momentum going. And Buffalo State trying to keep this drive alive. Early on, it looked like they had all of the momentum after the short punt, 3 and out for Union, and then the interception that was thrown by Kimball. Excuse me, Cameron. This Cameron pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of William Kitching. Kitching, the junior from Flushing, New York, was along the far sideline, had it go in and out of his hands, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out to punt is the talented senior Nick Chandra. He's able to just get it away. There's a flag down, short punt, and it's down at the 44, and we're going to have to see what the call is here. But Chandra, the talented kicker, got run into. We'll have to see what this is, as Jack Anderson was the one who was in there. 1:29 to go in this first quarter. Union leading 8-0. And so the call is personal foul. Is going to keep this drive moving. So on what was 3rd and 14, there'll be a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down for the Bengals, who keep this drive going. And I apologize, I've been saying it was Noah Kimball. He's number 8. Amir Cameron's number 9. He's been playing at quarterback in this game. So Buffalo State's going to move the football. It should go out to about the 41-yard line and be 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Cameron, the sophomore from Brooklyn, New York. His most successful game of the year came against Hilbert back in mid-September. Tied a program record with 5 passing touchdowns. He's thrown for 283 yards coming in 3 games. This is 4th game. He's also run for 100 yards, but we haven't seen any running in this game. Here's Ale Wilson, tries to duck underneath the defense. Gets a couple of yards. So to bring up 2nd down. Buffalo State averaging just 11 points per game. Again, they've played an FCS opponent in Mercyhurst. Pretty balanced. 240 yards per game. It's almost even. 119 pass, 121 run. But Coach Morgan says we're really just trying to get the ball to our best players, whether that's a short screen pass or just get it in our playmakers' hands. This is a backwards pass. It's caught by Darian Jones, a co-captain, and he gets maybe a couple of yards. Actually, he's probably right at the line of scrimmage. It looks like maybe 1 yard to the 44. That'll bring up 3rd down. Buffalo State playing without Tariq Nelson, who led the team in receptions and has over 2,000 career receiving yards, not with the team. Nasir Patton, the freshman from Rochester, has started in his spot. And this is 3rd down and 7. And it looks like Buffalo State maybe took a timeout. No, end of the first quarter here from Frank Bailey Field. The score, Union 8, Buffalo State nothing. You are listening to Union Football, watching Union Football on UnionAthletics.com.
Thank you to CBPHP, an official sponsor of Union Athletics. CBPHP, a health plan that's with you in sickness and in health. Fans, don't forget to grab refreshments at halftime.
Union fans, Brown Coach is the official charter company and a proud supporter of Union College Athletics. Call Brown Coach or Brown Travel for all of your charter and travel needs. That's Brown Coach, a proud supporter of Union College football, Union College Athletics. Again, it's homecoming weekend here. A great weather fall Saturday in the Capital District. Union leading 8-0. Second drive, they got things going, established the running game, and it led to a 3-yard Patch Flanagan touchdown. After the defense made a big interception, that was set off a 13-play, 76-yard drive that resulted in a touchdown. Buffalo State is on its second drive. Currently, their first drive ended in an interception, but they moved the football pretty well on that first drive. This drive was extended by a roughing the kicker call, roughing the punter. And now the referees are talking over something here before this 3rd down and 7. Buffalo State at its own 44-yard line. Big play here. Union defense already thought it got off the field, then they had the roughing the punter. I'm not sure what we're checking on here. First play of the second quarter upcoming. I think they're just trying to figure out where to start. They had to switch sides with the football, trying to figure out where to put it. They put it on the right hash. before this big 3rd and 7. Cameron in the shotgun. Has some time, delivers, one-handed catch. Big time catch there from Makai Johnson, the sophomore from Long Island. Just his 10th catch of the season, but that was a big one as it brings the ball to the Union side of the field and gives Buffalo State a first down. They needed 7. They get 14 onto the Union 42. Cameron in the pistol. I think that's Cody Phillips behind him, the senior from Lancaster. No, it's Wilson. Wilson bounces it outside. Quick, shifty runner, and he gets to the far sideline. Ale Wilson picks up about 5 on first down. First minute of the second quarter, Union leading Buffalo State 8-0. Ball is spotted at the 37, so it was a pickup of 5. 4 receivers trips here to the near side. Now it's Cody Phillips in. Cameron's going to pass. He gets hit as he throws. It's intercepted. Second interception for this Union defense. And it is, I believe it's the freshman linebacker John Drgitis, number 8, who intercepted that pass. Cameron got hit as he threw, and that certainly affected the pass. Union gets its second turnover. This is a defense that hasn't forced many turnovers this season, only 2 coming in the first 5 games. They've already got 2 here in the first half here this afternoon. Now there's an issue. They're trying to get the chains figured out there as they've got to switch sides. Union will start 1st and 10 at its own 37-yard line. So 2 interceptions already in this game for Cameron, his 3rd and 4th of the season. And now Union's offense with some momentum and the lead trying to move this football down the field. They did a lot of running. Here's Patch Flanagan, fakes the handoff. Big hole, and he's got a first down out near midfield, where he's tackled by Green. Sincere Green, and also Justin Brown, 31 and 21 in on the tackle. Sincere Green having a good season for Buffalo State, leads the team in tackles and tackles for loss and sacks, the junior from Jamestown. 1st and 10 for the Garnet Chargers. Here's Fiore, and he's got a big pickup. And, well, we talked to Coach Drock before this game. This is exactly what Union wanted to do. Stay big plays on first down, establish the run, get into 2nd and 3rd and manageable. And ever since that first drive when they went 3 and out, they've been able to do that, relying on the running game, Fiore, Anderson, and Patch Flanagan. Ball is at the Buffalo State 44-yard line. It's 2nd down and 3. High snap. Fiore actually caught the snap as Fiore is dropped for a loss of 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. So that was a bad snap. David Cooperstein is the center. This, I think, is one of his first games as center. He moves over from right tackle. Nick Olivola, who's been the center, moved from center to right tackle. Some extra offensive linemen and tight ends in there on this 3rd down and 5. Flanagan puts Cam Freeze in motion. Has some time in the pocket. Release. Pass caught over the middle. First down. It's Robbie Tolbert. And Tolbert is going to pick up 7 on 3rd and 5, and he's got a first down inside the 40-yard line. Robbie Tolbert leads this team for Union in catches, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. And his 14 career receiving touchdowns are tied for 10th in school history. That was a big catch there. He is the playmaker, senior from Laurel, Maryland, lined up at the bottom of your screen on this first down and 10. 10:55 to go before halftime. It's Union 8, Buffalo State nothing. Shotgun snap, they give to Fiore. Gets through the line of scrimmage and a big gain as he gets to the 31, pickup of 8. And it's 2nd and 2. They're actually going to spot it closer to the 30-yard line. 8 or 9-yard gain for Fiore. Fiore came in over 2,000 career rushing yards and 26 career rushing touchdowns, which is tied for 7th in school history. 16 of those came a season ago. It's another run, and it's Anderson getting down to the 25-yard line. And Coach Lazarus Morgan's going to take a timeout here. Union running the football at will, and the Bengals going to take a timeout and talk this over as Union is kind of exerting its will on Buffalo State here early in the second quarter. Union having a lot of success running the football. Close to over 100 yards already, 96 yards on the ground for Union. So Buffalo State defense that's susceptible to the run, 169 rushing yards allowed per game. But Coach Morgan said we want to limit the explosive plays. They've done that so far, but Union's getting big pickups on first down, which is putting them in second and short situations, which is what Coach Morgan, I'm sure, was telling his defense there during that timeout. So first down and 10 for the Garnet Chargers at the 26-yard line of Buffalo State. Flanagan in the shotgun. He's going to throw. He's got a man open, and it is incomplete as Gil Rivera was running right down the field. If he had caught that, it would have been 6. The junior from Port Washington, New York, in and out of his hands. Incomplete. Rivera, 12 catches on the year, transfer from RPI. Flanagan put some nice speed on that pass. I don't think it was an issue of it being too hot to handle for Rivera. Second down and 10. Flanagan is going to hand it off. Union trying to string it out, and Buffalo State does a nice job defensively to get there, as it was Green who led the way, along with Butcher. Coach Morgan couldn't say enough good things about Sincere Green, making a lot of plays. He's been a starter ever since he was a freshman. Fiore got maybe a yard. Looks like it's spotted just outside the 25. It's going to be 3rd and long here for the Union offense. 9:25 to go before halftime. Union leading 8-0. Flanagan has time, sits in the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run. He makes a move. Gets inside the 20, and now he is pushed backwards, held up, gang tackled inside the 20. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2, and we'll see what Union does here. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out there as Cam Freeze and Brennan Smith, a couple of tight ends, come into the game. It's going to be 4th down and 2. Union keeping its offense out on the field. It would be about a 35-yarder. Francesco Pileggi is the listed kicker. Max Gluck, I believe, is injured. Pileggi 3 for 4 on the season, long of 35, so this would be about his length. the longest. They're going to run it with Fiore, and Fiore's not going to get there as he's tackled at the 20-yard line, led by Butcher. So Union tries to run it to the right, and Buffalo State's defense, credit to the Bengals as they swarm to the ball and stop Fiore. Union had been running at will, over 100 yards rushing in this game, 108. But they stop Fiore there on 4th and short, and Buffalo State will get the football. $8:19 to go in the first half. Stay with us at halftime. We have a conversation coming up with co-captain Nate Sullivan. We'll take a look around the Liberty League. It scores in around the Northeast as well, and take a look at first half statistics. Cameron takes the snap, and there's flags, and I think it's going to be a false start on the Bengals. That's 60 senior co-captain Kenny Onama, who was flagged for that false start. So it backs the Bengals up to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. Union with 2 interceptions from Gillespie and Dragidis. Here comes the snap. Cameron has time in the pocket. He's going to put it up deep. He's got a receiver down the field, and making the catch is Mekhi Johnson. Union's defense saying that it was incomplete. But Johnson got behind the defense. A big pickup there. As it is a pickup of 50 yards all the way down to the Union 35. The pitch and catch from Cameron to Mekhi Johnson. Johnson had just 9 receptions on the season coming in, but he got behind the defense. Shifty sophomore. So now Buffalo State quickly on the march. They're going to hand it off with Phillips. Cody Phillips tried to bounce it outside. The senior was a linebacker early on in his career for Buffalo State. Now running the football behind Ale Wilson. Came into the game 114 rushing yards and rushing touchdown. Got about 3 on that first down carry. So Union's defense has made 2 big plays in this, the 2 interceptions. Now after the big throw from Cameron to Johnson, Union's defense going to have to stand up here again if they want to hang on to this 8-0 lead. There was a lot of motion up front again. It's going to be, I believe, a false start on the Bengals. As they say it's 60 Onama again. So that's a big penalty. Changes it around from 2nd and 7. Union's defensive line has been shifting, and I think that's what Buffalo State was saying. Hey, they're moving around, but they're moving left to right, and it caused the Buffalo State offensive linemen to move. So 2nd and 12, ball moved back to the 37. Fullback in the backfield is Ian Behrens. They're going to run it with Phillips again, and this kind of like the first down carry as he gets a couple, maybe 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and long here facing Buffalo State. Under 7 minutes to go. We're midway through the second quarter. Union 8, Buffalo State nothing. Union got the football to start this game. Went 3 and out, got it back after the interception from Gillespie and drove all the way down the field. 76 yards for the game's only touchdown. A Patch Flanagan 3-yard run. Here is Cameron, and now he's looking back to the sidelines. 8 seconds on the play clock. It's a big play here for both sides. Phillips in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the near side. Cameron now scrambling to his left. He's going to try to get there himself, and he's going to step out of bounds. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. They say he does have enough for the first down. He needed to get to the 25. I think he just got, he got to the 23. So needed about 6 or 7, ends up getting about 8 or 9. So it's 1st and 10 from the 23 as this drive stays alive. Amir Cameron, who's run for 100 yards coming into this game, showed off his legs there, getting to the near side, getting to the first down marker. Cameron takes the snap, gives to Phillips. Phillips trying to push behind his offensive line as it was Cole Perlman leading the way. Jordan Black in there, along with Dragitis and Alex Cushing. 4-yard pickup for Phillips. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 20. Under 5 minutes to go here before halftime. Union leading 8-0. Phillips in the backfield with Cameron. Cameron has time, delivers into the end zone, and it is incomplete, looking for Johnson. Those two connected on the big play that brought it from the Buffalo State 15 all the way down to the Union side of the field. 50-yard connection.
Ball placed at the 19-yard line. Third down.
In this game, Cameron 5 of 9 for 92 yards and 2 interceptions. This is a big play here. 3rd down and 6. Cameron has 4 receivers, 3 to the far side. Quickly gets rid of it, and it's a fastball over the head of Darian Jones. Jones listed at 6 feet. He probably would have had to be 6'3" to get that one. And it'll bring up 4th down, and Buffalo State has a weapon at kicker in Nick Chandra. He hit a 53-yard field goal a few weeks ago to tie the school record. 14 career field goals for Chandra, the senior from North Tonawanda. This is going to be about a 36-yarder, 37-yarder from the left hash. It is up, and it is good. So Chandra with the Coach Morgan was down talking to him before the game, and he said it's the golden boot of Nick Chandra has gotten Buffalo State on the scoreboard. It's 8-3 with 4:40 to go before halftime. Looked about a 37-yarder. We'll have to see what it was officially. So Union leads it 8-3. 4:40 to go before halftime. Officially 36-yard field goal for Nick Chandra. The big play on that, the 50-yard pass from Amir Cameron to Makai Johnson. That got Buffalo State's offense going. Again, stay with us at halftime. We got an interview with senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. We'll take a look at the scores around the Liberty League, first half statistics, and other scores maybe from around the Northeast. On this beautiful fall October Saturday, where it kind of feels a little bit more like spring or summer, as the forecast right now is 65 and sunny. It's supposed to be 70s the next 3 or 4 days here in the Capital District. Don't be fooled, though. Winter is around the corner. So we've had some cold mornings here. The last week or so have been down in the 30s. I think one day it was even down in the high 20s at Albany's International Airport. 1st and 10 for Union from the 25. 4:40 to go, so plenty of time here. Union has 5 receivers, an empty formation here with Patch Flanagan in the backfield on first down. Got to get rid of it quick. He does. It's complete to Dan Quinn, and Quinn has a first down out to the 36-yard line, pickup of 11.
Tackled on the play.
So Buffalo State brought the house there on that first down. Flanagan was able to complete it to Dan Quinn. Quinn, 10 catches on the year coming into this game. Had one receiving touchdown last year. That was in Buffalo against this Buffalo State Bengals team. Now they've got some guys in the backfield. It's Anderson along with Patch Flanagan on this first down. Under 4 minutes to go before halftime. Flanagan gets around the initial line and gets out to the 40-yard line, so a play that didn't look like much was going to be happening as Kadir McKeon was coming at him. Flanagan kind of ducks inside and picks up 5.
Ball placed at the 40-yard line. Gain 5. Second and 5.
Union's been able to run the football in this first half. Another run up the middle. It's Anderson. He's got the first down, a pickup of 7 out to the 47-yard line. So Union would love to get a score here. Buffalo State will get the ball to start the second half. 3 minutes to go before halftime. Union leading 8-3. Union's played a lot of these low-scoring games. Even last week, 2 weeks ago, 27-24, but that was an overtime game, which Union led 24-10 in the fourth quarter. Pass caught. Big pass caught on the far side. Is it Tolbert? It is. Inside the 30. Big pickup there from Flanagan to Tolbert. That was a big pass completion down to the Buffalo State 29-yard line. So now Union offense on the march here. 2:17 to go before halftime. Man in motion was the tight end Donnelly. Flanagan gets rid of it. He gets hit hard as he was pressured up the middle. That was Carlos Almeida, the sophomore from Syracuse, number 99. Who was bearing down on Flanagan. Second down and 10, 2:01 to go before halftime. Bit of a low snap, nice block, pickup, pass, caught, end zone, touchdown! As Flanagan connects with Tommy Leonard for the touchdown. Big touchdown there for Patch Flanagan. His 10th passing touchdown of the season finds Tommy Leonard, who his third receiving touchdown. And now before the conversion attempt, I think there's a timeout here with 1:56 to go. That was big for this Union offense, which has moved the football pretty well in this first half. As Flanagan connects with Leonard. Leonard, his 6th career receiving touchdown. And it puts Union up 14-3. We got timeout here before the conversion. 1:56 to go. That was big. Buffalo State will get the ball to start the second half. They'll still have some time here. Officially 29-yard touchdown pass from Flanagan to Tommy Leonard, the senior from Watertown, Mass. And Union lined up here again, looking like they're going to go for it there. They're going to sort of run the same play, and they faked it this time, and they're not going to get there. So the conversion attempt fails, and with 1:56 to go before halftime, it's Union 14, Buffalo State 3. And also the referee saying that's the 2-minute timeout. Union fans, stay at the Hampton Inn by Hilton during your next trip to Schenectady, located in historic downtown district, only minutes from shops, restaurants, and the Union College campus. The Hampton Inn offers an indoor pool, fitness center, complimentary hot breakfast. Mention Union College the next time you book at the Hampton Inn in downtown Schenectady. Proud supporter of Union College Athletics. So Union with a couple of touchdowns in this first half. Patch Flanagan running the football. Patch Flanagan throwing the football to Tommy Leonard. And Union leads it 14-3. Again, stay with us at halftime. We've got an interview with senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. We'll take a look at the first half statistics and some scores from around the Liberty League. Pulling up the scores just now. We'll take a look at them. Ithaca at home leading RPI 10-7. Hobart, I think these scores might be a little old, as it says Union and Buffalo State are still scoreless. Hobart was leading St. Lawrence 3-0 midway through the first quarter. It's got to be a little further along. So we'll get some updated scores at halftime as Ryan Moldering puts his right foot into it. It's caught at about the 6-yard line for Darian Jones, and the co-captain gets close to the 20, and that's where Buffalo State will start with 1:50 to go in the first half. Well, for Buffalo State, the good, Amir Cameron has shown his arm in this first half. He's got a couple of interceptions, however. Has shown that big arm, though. 50-yard pass on that last drive to Makai Johnson. So we'll see what Buffalo State does here. There's clearly plenty of time, 1:50 to go. They pass it underneath for Johnson. Short pickup of 5. Scoreboard says Buffalo State 1 timeout remaining, so they got to get up on the football. 1:33 to go. Cameron takes the snap, gets hit as he throws. Pass complete on the far side to the freshman Nasir Patton. And Patton has the first down. He's out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Ball placed at the 35-yard line.
Looked like they said Cameron had to come off there. I think maybe his helmet came off. But they're going to quickly run out Landon LeDuc, the freshman from Adams Center, New York. So he's out there on this first down after the pass was complete to Nasir Patton. And he's going to throw here, running to his left. Now pulls it down. Now he's going to take a big hit and taken out of bounds. Not exactly sure if that's what they wanted there with Landon LeDuc, the freshman, to throw that ball. They're going to keep the clock rolling, saying he was moving backwards when he was going out of bounds. So that is a big one as well. Second down and long, 1 minute to go on the clock. Back in is Cameron. LeDuc had to sprint all the way down to the far bench to get his helmet and then ran out on the field for that play. Cameron now moving to his left, kind of side-armed it and threw it for Wilson. Pass falls incomplete, and it's third down with just 42 seconds to go. Well, Union's defense has made some big plays in this first half. Interceptions from senior James Gillespie, freshman John Drugidis. Trying to get off the field with just the 3 points allowed. Cameron taking a lot of time, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. As for some reason they didn't blow the whistle, they just waited until the Union defense kind of fell down on top of him. Cole Perlman, the right tackle, wasn't too thrilled about that. But the referees didn't blow the whistle for some reason. Now the clock. So timeout. Union now takes the timeout with 4th down upcoming here. So Union took a timeout before this 4th down. Big sack there. I believe it was Vanderbrink, Ethan Vanderbrink, who was in there. Along with, may have been Jack Anderson. It was either 44 or 43, Cole Da Silva. So another nice play by this Union defense to get in there. Cameron was just holding, which is not what he wanted to do. The clock's running down. And instead of getting rid of it, he just takes the big sack, and now it's 4th down. And we're going to see the punt team with Chandra out there, Nick Chandra. Now this is going to be interesting because Union's returner standing at the 35-yard line looking right into the sun. Now they audible out of it here. Well, they audible with 3 people to the far side. Chandra still back there standing at his own 10. And he just gets that punt off, and it's a high-hanging punt that's going to bounce and be down at the 49-yard line. There's 26 seconds to go. At Buffalo State, to make things even worse, they get a penalty, so there's 26 seconds left to go. I was a little confused. I'm looking out at this new scoreboard to our right. It says 26 seconds left. So a 5-yard penalty on Buffalo State's going to bring the ball inside the 45-yard line. Should be spotted at about the 43. So Union's got 26 seconds left and 2 timeouts. And we'll see here. Patch Flanagan already with a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown in this first half. Well, they're setting up the chains, but they've got to move them now because they just walked off the 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Union at the Buffalo State 43-yard line. Shotgun snap, Flanagan standing high in the pocket. Pass delivered for Gil Rivera. A lot of room to run, and he gets tackled at about the 25-yard line. Union's going to take a timeout with 17 seconds left. So that was a big chunk play from Flanagan to Gil Rivera down to the 26-yard line. It was a pickup of 17. And they get the timeout with 17 seconds left. Yeah, Max Gluck, who had been the kicker, is not on the 2 deep. Francesco Pileggi, the freshman from Sao Paulo, Brazil, is listed as the kicker. He's 3 of 4 on the season. Field goals, long of 35. Right now they're outside of that as the ball's at the 26-yard line. It would be about a 40-plus yarder from here, so they're going to try to get closer. They have 1 timeout, 17 seconds to go. The Union would love to get another tack-on score here. They lead 14-3. They've got 4 receivers out there. Gil Rivera is at the top of the screen. Tolbert, Isaiah Russell, and Leonard are the 3 receivers at the bottom before this first down. If you're Flanagan, you just want to get rid of it if you don't see anything. 17 seconds to go. Flanagan looking for Rivera. He's going to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown, Union! Flanagan to Gil Rivera. And that is a huge pass. Flanagan's second touchdown of the first half. Well, they set Rivera up on that far side, and he just ran behind the defense to make that catch. His first receiving touchdown for Union, the junior from Long Island. And Union is now up 20-3. That is a backbreaker for the Buffalo State defense. They have played pretty well against the pass. After the play, they're saying an unsportsmanlike conduct on the receiver, Gil Rivera. But the damage done, the touchdown from Flanagan to Rivera. And Union's got the kicker out there. I believe it's Pelegi. The kick is up, and it is good. With 12 seconds to go, Pelegi's kick puts Union up 21-3. First time they've kicked the extra point here this afternoon. They went for 2, got it on the first touchdown, went for 2, missed it on the second touchdown. But this time, Pelegi blasts it through for the extra point out of the hold of A.J. Condemi. So this game all of a sudden takes on a much different feel. Union scoring 2 touchdowns here late to open this one up 21-3. Scoring 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes. They scored it with 1:56 to go. Flanagan, 29 yards to Tommy Leonard. And then with 12 seconds to go, Flanagan to Gil Rivera, 26 yards out. So 2 huge touchdowns to end this first half. Buffalo State will get the football to start the second half. 12 seconds to go. But Union's got to feel good going into halftime with a 21-3 lead, barring something happening here in the final 12 seconds. It'll be Ryan Muldering to kick off. He puts his right foot into it. Caught. And a good return here by Tyler Mills as Mills gets all the way out to midfield. There's 3 seconds left as Buffalo State try to take a shot here now. They've already had a 50-yard completion in this first half from Cameron to Makai Johnson. So just enough time here for Buffalo State to maybe take a crack at it after the big return from Mills. Ball spotted right at midfield with 3 seconds to go. Union with 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes. Now Buffalo State trying to score on the half's final play here. That would be something. 3 scores in the final 2 minutes. I assume Cameron's just going to heave it down the field. Union's got only rushing 3 players. Cameron has time. He's going to let it fly. It's going to be batted down, and it's incomplete. So that'll do it for the first half. Your halftime score, Union 21, Buffalo State 3. It is homecoming, family weekend, and the Union fans are feeling pretty good after 2 late touchdowns. Have Union's football team out in front 21-3. They scored 2 scores in the final 2 minutes. 2 passing touchdowns from Patch Flanagan, 1 to Tommy Leonard, and 1 to Gil Rivera. And at halftime, it's Union 21, Buffalo State 3. We're going to take a break. We've got an interview with senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. We'll take a look at the scores from around the Liberty League in the Northeast and the first half statistics and get you set for the second half here. That's our halftime agenda here from Frank Bailey Field. And if you're in the Capital District, it is a beautiful day. It's temperatures pushing 70. Come on out, catch the second half here from Frank Bailey Field in Schenectady, New York. We are going to take a break. You're going to hear an interview with senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. And we'll be back. We are back and being joined by Union senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. Nate, thanks for joining us. Just want to ask you a couple questions. Your senior co-captain, just talk about, first and foremost, your career kind of winding down, if you will, midway through your senior season. How fast has it gone? And, what does it mean to be a captain on this Union college football team?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's been a crazy ride so far, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. But with the senior season winding down, definitely take some time to reflect and look at your last couple of years. And I've really just had an amazing time playing for this program, different coaches, but it's the same guys on the team, and it's been an incredible honor to be voted a captain by those guys and for those guys. And I just want to bring everything I have for the remainder of these 5 games and push for the playoffs.
Nate, you're a defensive guy. You play in the secondary. Has that always been where you played football? And at what point did you kind of figure out that defense was the position, the side of the ball that you wanted to play, or that you were, that was destined to kind of be where you were on the football field?
Yeah, I've played football for 15 years, and I always played 2 sides of the ball before I got to college, and I was a quarterback in high school as well as a defensive back. So, going into the recruiting process and everything, it seemed to be, the defensive side of the ball that I had the most interest for, and I wanted to go full speed ahead with that and commit myself to that side of the ball. So did I love scoring touchdowns in high school and throwing the ball around all over the field? I did, but once I got to college, I knew that defense was going to be the way that I was going to be able to get on the field and be able to produce for this team, and that's been the case. Being able to play a lot of football here on the defensive side of the ball, and I love challenging an offense and taking away things that they want to be able to do. So, that has been something I've strived to do for the last 4 or 5 years. I love the defensive side of the ball, being able to take the ball away from the offense and give ourselves opportunities to score. It's really rewarding.
Well, that's something that you've done. Talking to senior co-captain defensive back Nate Sullivan, 6 career interceptions, 120 tackles. When I tell you those statistics, one, did you know that you have over 100 career tackles and 6 career interceptions? And if you did, or now that you do know, which one are you kind of more proud of? Is it the tackling or creating turnovers?
That's a great question. I didn't know. That's cool to hear. But I'd have to say that taking the ball away has to be at the forefront of what I try to do on the field. Tackles are extremely important, but if you don't win the turnover margin, there's not, you don't have as much of an edge to win that football game. So as much as I can do to try to win football games, tackling is huge, but taking the ball away and getting interceptions, forcing turnovers for our team is the utmost importance. So I definitely say the interceptions I'm more proud of, but you said 120 tackles. That's pretty cool for a guy in the secondary.
Talking to senior co-captain Nate Sullivan, it's halftime between Union and Buffalo State. Nate, you're a guy who's a Massachusetts guy, Acton, Mass. You're from the Boston area. Now you even live in Boston. But you and your brother both played football in upstate New York. I mean, what brought you both? I know he's a few years older than you, Cal, who played at Hobart. What kind of brought you guys west, I should say? How do you think the fit has been? You both played football in the Liberty League, even played against each other a few years ago. What kind of has this been like?
Yeah, So my brother and I both, wanted to play football in college, and that was a big thing for us going into the recruitment process. And we each found a niche in the Liberty League, and did I find mine likely because he was, 3 hours down the road and on playing for a team that I was going to eventually play. I think that had an impact for sure. But we both wanted to go to high achieving academic schools and get a great education and play football for great teams as well. And I think in my recruitment process, something that was really important for me was competing at the national level. And I've had the chance to do that here, and that was important for him as well. And Hobart's been a great football team. It's a great school as well. So, he had the opportunity to do that. They didn't end up making the playoffs while he was there, but he had a great experience. And I've had an unbelievable experience playing for Union and being at this school, and being able to be at a fantastic academic school, but play on the national level. It's been awesome for me.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, you played in the NCAA tournament last year as a junior. Take me back to the recruiting process. You mentioned it a little bit with your brother kind of going to Hobart and kind of exposing you to the Liberty League and upstate New York. But why exactly was Union the right fit for you, and kind of how have you felt like that has kind of paid off for in your career here at Union?
Yeah, I was looking at a lot of different schools in the area, but also like similar academic schools across the country in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New England as well. So I definitely knew what I wanted, and it was a smaller school with great academics and great football. And I found everything that I was looking for here. And then when I got onto campus and finally met, I had spoken with the coaches, but when I met the players and met the guys in the team, that I knew that was something that I wanted to be a part of. It was just culturally exactly what I wanted. Guys who would challenge me on the field, guys who would have my back anywhere that I was going. And I could feel that from the first moment I stepped on campus and met those guys. And that's been, the selling point that I've been trying to speak with recruits on is you're not going to find a better group of guys than what we have right here. And I truly mean that, and it's been amazing to be a part of it for 4 years now. So I definitely say, there's so many intangibles that are extremely important, but finding the right fit in the locker room and being able to trust those guys is at the forefront. That's the most important thing.
Talking to senior co-captain Nate Sullivan, who's a defensive back for Union College football. I guess, Nate, you kind of led us to this question here. We're halfway through your senior season. I know your senior year of academics is early on still, relatively. But just tell me a little bit about where you see yourself in the future here, or what you're hoping to be doing in your career-wise as you move forward and Union kind of your Union career comes to an end here, both academically and athletically.
Yeah, I've been set up really well to be able to go to the next chapter of life, and I believe that that's going to be in the financial field, somewhere in asset management or something along those lines. I've had a lot of experience via internships through alumni networks or coursework and extracurriculars on campus that have allowed me to have be a step ahead for that. So I've been interviewing for a bunch of different types of roles and hoping to have something pretty soon to get me set up for next summer.
Talking to senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. Now we've come to the kind of the quick hitter section, is where I kind of just throw out a topic and you tell me your favorite of whatever I say. So how about you told me you're Acton, Mass guy, which is just west of Boston, but you're now living in Boston, so I assume these are going to be Boston-related answers here. How about favorite sports team, maybe growing up or right now, or it doesn't have to be football?
Yeah, Boston Celtics, number one.
How about favorite player? Again, doesn't have to be football. It could be any sport. Could be who you watch growing up or now or whoever.
That's pretty easy. Tom Brady.
All right. Well, that's certainly a good one. How about favorite food or like a type of food, Italian, something along those lines, or favorite couple of things that you're eating? Maybe it's something you go home that you got to have mom make.
Yep. Favorite food, veal parm, number one. Definitely.
All right. How about favorite movie or a movie that you've seen recently that's up there?
Ooh. Favorite movie, Shawshank Redemption.
All right, that is one of mine as well. So that is a terrific
It's a great
answer.
one.
How
It
about
is.
favorite TV show or TV series or something that you watched recently or growing up? Something that you like.
Favorite TV show, 100% Game of Thrones.
Okay, another good answer. How about favorite music? So like some type of music, maybe something you're listening to on game day or practice, or maybe it's not, maybe it's away from football and you're trying to relax a little bit and calm down, or concerts that you've been to recently.
Well, I'll definitely say my favorite genre of music is country, but yeah, on the note of, listening to some pregame, Greta Van Fleet is a group that I listen to before every game.
Okay, all right. How about non-football? So something you do, maybe it's when you're here at school, at Union that you're doing, not away from the field. Maybe football season's over, or you have an off day, or something that when you're back home, something you're doing, a couple things you're doing that you like to do away from the game of football.
Yeah, depending on the season, I'll either be golfing or I'll be snowboarding.
All right, terrific answers. Being outside.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm a Cape guy. Our family goes out to the Cape every summer. I did that when I was growing up too. I don't know if you're down that way or no.
Yeah, I go to the Cape sometimes, but sometimes I go out to the islands as well.
All right, nice.
And
nice.
I have a bunch of people that I hang out with from school or from home that have places up in New Hampshire on some of those lakes, so I go up there as well.
Nice. New England is beautiful any time of year.
Absolutely.
Talking to senior co-captain Nate Sullivan. And finally, Nate, just any shout-outs, friends, family, former coaches, former high school teammates, friends from back home, friends here that you want to give a shout-out to here as we wind down this interview.
Definitely. I'd love to give a shout-out to my grandmother, who's definitely watching in West Hartford. So, hi, Gita. How are you? I'd love to give a shout-out to, my parents. They're going to be at the game, so I don't believe they'll be listening. I'll give a shout-out to my brother, who will be watching. He'll be in Barcelona. It'll be around 10 p.m. by the time this comes on for him. And want to give a shout-out to any other family. My sister's going to be watching, too. Definitely need to give a shout-out to my sister. She'll be in Colorado. And any other family members who may be watching. Don't know who those may be, but love you guys. Thanks so much for supporting me.
That is Union co-captain, defensive back, Nate Sullivan. Nice job sneaking the sister in there. Is that Gabby?
That is Gabby. Yeah, she's out in Denver. She's hanging out.
Well, that is Nate Sullivan, and that is halftime. We're going to be right back. We'll get you ready for the second half. Union College taking on Buffalo State. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching to Union College football. Thanks to senior co-captain Nate Sullivan for spending some time with us earlier this week. At halftime, the score is Union 21, Buffalo State 3. Union getting 2 late touchdowns. The Patch Flanagan passes to Tommy Leonard and then Gil Rivera right before the half. Both of them coming in the final 2 minutes to open this one up. It was a 7 or 8-3 game. Union gets 2 late touchdowns and lead it at the break, 21-3. Taking a look around the Liberty League, 2 other games in action, and Ithaca leading RPI 24-7. The Bombers a slow start. They had a challenging schedule, but they have settled in here at Liberty League play and lead the Engineers on the South Hill 24-7. And Hobart, Union's opponent next week, they continue to roll along here. The 5-1 Statesmen lead St. Lawrence 16-3 at halftime. Union will be out in Geneva, New York next week to take on Hobart, and that will be a big one certainly if Union can finish the deal here, Hobart would improve. They're the only undefeated team left in the Liberty League at 2-0 in league play. So that would be a big game. Obviously, they're all big from here on out for Union as they try to end this 3-game losing streak. They are 1-0 at home. They're looking to go to 2-0 at home. As we take a look at the standings for the Liberty League, Hobart is 2-0, 5-1 overall. Rochester got off to that great start, 5-0 as well. They're 1-1 now after the loss to Ithaca, 5-1 overall. Then you've got 3 other teams who are 1-1 in the league: RPI, Ithaca, and St. Lawrence. RPI's 3-3, Ithaca's 2-3, St. Lawrence is 2-3. St. Lawrence is losing, Ithaca's beating RPI. And then these two teams, Buffalo State and Union, are 0-1 in league play. Buffalo State losing last week to Hobart, Union losing 2 weeks ago in overtime to St. Lawrence. So trying to move up those standings. Again, it's Hobart kind of in the driver's seat. They lead St. Lawrence at halftime, looking to go to 3-0. There's only 6 league games, so that would be halfway home for Hobart if they could finish that one off and get to 6-1 before a date with Union next weekend out in Geneva. Some first half statistics. Score, obviously, Union 21, Buffalo State 3. Union leads in first downs 14-7. Total yards 206 to 129. Individually, Union's been able to run the football, 118 yards rushing the ball. Jonathan Anderson, 6 carries for 51 yards. He's averaging 8.5 a carry. Michael Fiore, 11 for 37. Patch Flanagan, 5 for 25. He has a rushing touchdown. Receiving, Robbie Tolbert has 3 catches. Gil Rivera has, I believe, 3 catches as well. This says 2, but I believe it doesn't have the touchdown in there. And then Tommy Leonard had the one big 29-yard touchdown reception. Cole Da Silva leading the way with 5 tackles. John Dragitis with 3 tackles. Union has the 2 turnovers. Dragitis has an interception, as does James Gillespie. Over on the other side of the field, Buffalo State, Amir Cameron, 7 of 14 for 108 yards. The big play was the 50-yard connection with Makai Johnson. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ale Wilson, 5 carries for 11 yards. Cody Phillips, 3 carries for 11 yards. So not much going running the football. Union's been good defensively. They shut down St. Lawrence a couple of weeks ago, held them to just 12 yards rushing the football. Receiving-wise, Makai Johnson, 3 catches for 70 yards, although 50 of them came on the one big play. And the only points for Buffalo State, a 36-yard field goal by Nick Chandra late in the second quarter that at that time made it 8-3, but Union scoring 2 touchdowns in the final minute 56 to add 13 points late. They had an 8-3 lead, led 8-0, then it was 8-3 after the Chandra field goal. Then touchdowns to Leonard and Gil Rivera, and that's where we stand, 21-3. Teams starting to come back out onto the field.
All of your favorite game day food and beverages are available under the white tent on Garnet Hill. All fans are welcome to eat, drink, and enjoy the game from Garnet Hill.
So again, it's homecoming and family weekend. There's a big crowd on hand in the stands here below us, and then as you can see on your screen across the way, there is a lot of fans up on the hill, and then right across the way under the tent that has been sent up where the former frat house was that was taken down back in August. So big crowd here on hand in Schenectady, New York, as we're getting you set ready for the second half. Union 21, Buffalo State 3. Told you the other scores. Hobart leading St. Lawrence at halftime 16-3. Ithaca leading RPI at halftime 24-7. Union coming back out onto the field. This was a one-possession game, as we said, late in the second half before Union scores 2 touchdowns. Buffalo State will get the ball to start the second half. As we look at keys, Union's done a nice job establishing the run with Anderson and Fiore. And Flanagan is thrown for 2 touchdowns, run for another. So he's got 3 total touchdowns, the quarterback, the junior from Madison, Connecticut. Union looking to go to 2-0 here at home. Buffalo State hoping for a come-from-behind road victory here. I'm talking to Coach Lazarus Morgan, he really wanted to stop Union's ability to run the football, which they weren't able to do in the first half. See if what changes they made in the locker room. Buffalo State team that has lost 2 in a row, but one of those games came against FCS Mercyhurst. Their 2 wins came previous to that, a victory against Hilbert and then a 12-0 win over Alfred State. Coach Morgan trying to build it back up. Buffalo State was very successful in the mid to late 90s. Most recently making the NCAA tournament in 1999, have not had as much success since they've joined the Liberty League in 2019. Did have a nice stretch in the mid-2010s where they went 7 years at 500 or above, but they have struggled over the last few years. Coach Morgan trying to build it up and get things going here for Union, trying to end that 3-game losing streak, get back on the winning side of things with still some very important football still to be played in this season. Still have games against Hobart next weekend, Ithaca, Rochester, and, of course, the Dutchman Shoes game against RPI to end the season. So Union will get set to kick this football away to start the second half. Ryan Moldering kicking right to left across your screen. If you're just joining us, Union's wearing their home gray uniforms with the garnet numbers on the back. Union in the front in garnet. Buffalo State wearing their road white uniforms, and they take the ball. It's Johnson from the 5, gets out close to the 25, and that's where Buffalo State will start this drive. Union fans, just a quick walk from the Union College campus in Schenectady is the Doubletree by Hilton, offering a full-service restaurant and bar, a pool, fitness center, and meeting rooms. The Doubletree is the perfect location to host your next event. Mention Union College when you make your next reservation at the Doubletree by Hilton. Proud supporter of Union College Athletics. So we'll see as it's Amir Cameron who leads his team back out. They'll start 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line here. First play of the third quarter upcoming. 2 receivers to the top for Cameron, who threw 2 picks in that first half. But you saw some of the explosiveness that they like. Big hit in the backfield as busting through. Was Charles Johnson, the junior from Allendale, New Jersey, who bust through the line and took down Ale Wilson. Wilson loses 4 yards. What a play by Charles Johnson. Union defensive line trying to assert itself here early in this second half. The first play, a big play by Charles Johnson, who blew it up. 2nd down and 14. Cameron looks to the sideline. He's got 3 receivers. A man goes in motion. That's Darian Jones. Blitz coming. They pick it up. Cameron's pass is caught. And he's got a first down, big hit on the receiver. That is Jones, who was the man in motion, catches it all the way out at the 45-yard line. Big pickup. And a first down for the Bengals. So nice pitch and catch there from Cameron to Darian Jones. Came in with 8 catches on the year, the junior co-captain. Buffalo State offense playing without senior Tarek Nelson. Nasir Patterson, a freshman, got the start. Or Nasir Patton, excuse me. Just a short run. Ale Wilson. Wilson, again, closing in on 1,600 career rushing yards. The senior from the Bronx only got one there. Not much room to go. Coach Morgan said that his offensive line guys up front set the tone for this offense, and it starts with senior left tackle Alex Westcott, an All-Liberty League selection a year ago, All-League first-team selection, and their senior co-captain Kenny Onama. Cameron going to throw it up. He's looking downfield, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Matt Mitchell. He was looking for Darian Jones again, and this time Mitchell gets him. Three interceptions for this Union defense. Dragitis, Mitchell, and Gillespie. And, I mean, that kind of works as a punt, although you wouldn't punt it on second down, especially from the 45, your own 45. But Mitchell does a nice job to high point that ball, gets the catch, 1st and 10 Union at the 11-yard line. So Union will bring its offense out onto the field. 5th interception of the season for Cameron, 3 in this game. This Union defense, which has not caused many turnovers, is doing the job today. Michael Fiore trying to run for those tough yards as he gets a couple. Tackled by Sangare. I'm not sure if you could hear it here. The Union defense is huddled up under the tent to our left, and they are cheering. Fiore picked up 2 on that first down out to the 14. Here's a pass. Flanagan gets hit hard as he lets it go, and it took something off the pass, as I think it was Shamond Phillips, number 90, who's 6'2", 225, one of the co-captains for this Buffalo State team, got up the middle and put the pressure on Flanagan. Third down and 7. Union has to get to the 21-yard line. Flanagan, quick delivery. It's caught, trying to get to the sticks, and they get there. The first down on the far side is Robbie Tolbert. Gets to the 24-yard line. Big pickup there. Pickup of 10. They needed 7. And Tolbert has been good in this game when needed to be. That is catch number 4 for Robbie Tolbert. We told you coming in, he's tied for 10th all-time in the school history in 14 career receiving touchdowns, over 1,100 career receiving yards for the senior from Laurel, Maryland. Flanagan takes off up the middle, has some room now, gets a block, gets to the near sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds by 21 Brown, but not before another first down, as it's a pickup of 13, a scramble for Flanagan. Not sure that's how they drew it up, although dropped back, then kind of tucked it right away. I'm not sure how many times he was looking downfield. Gets out to the 37-yard line, pickup of 13. Second first down on this drive. First drive of the second half for Union. Here is Anderson. And Anderson out over the 40, running behind this defensive or offensive line. Give him credit. Webster, Fernandez, Cooperstein, Rader, and Olivola. Pickup of 6 for Anderson. Bunch formation. They're going to fake it to Anderson. Flanagan trying to get out of the grasp of Sincere Green. Tried to reach forward for the first down marker. Got close, but it's going to bring up 3rd and short. after the 3-yard pickup from Flanagan gets the ball to the 46. Big play here. 3rd down and 1. Buffalo State trying to get its defense off the field. Union trying to get their 3rd first down on this drive. Gil Rivera in motion from left to right. Flanagan, keeper all the way. He's got the first down and more to midfield. Pickup of 4 on 3rd and 1. And Union's rushing game has been good. Coming off the field is Aiden Donnelly, senior tight end, who looks to be a little banged up. Been over on the sideline, being looked at by trainer Cheryl Rockwood. 1st and 10 for Union at midfield. Here's Anderson. Counter. Running to the near side. He's got a first down and more. Jonathan Anderson gets to the Buffalo side of the field, Buffalo State side of the field. Pickup of 12. So Anderson, nice run, counter play there as he bounced it outside. Ball now at the Buffalo State 38. This is a big drive if Union can move it down the field, put up some points. 8 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Flanagan takes the snap. Give to Fiore. Running right, got room. He's got another first down inside the 30. Pickup of 10, first down. Union continues to just big chunk plays here between Anderson and Fiore. Just kind of leaning on this run game. And again, give credit to the offensive line, the right side there. Cooperstein, the big junior, Luke Rader, Nick Olivola on that right side. They are just clearing room on that last play for the running attack. Here's Fiore, again running right. Again, getting close to a first down. A big pickup on first down. Give him 9 to the 20. Green on the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 2 officially. Ball at the Buffalo State 20. Union trying to do something it couldn't do 2 weeks ago. They had a 2-touchdown lead in the 4th quarter against St. Lawrence. Let the Saints hang around. St. Lawrence forced overtime and were able to kick a field goal in the overtime session to win that game, the Liberty League opener. Quick pass out for Gil Rivera. He tried to make a nice grab. It bounced off his hands, incomplete. There was a lot of Buffalo State defenders over there. Also a lot coming in on Patch Flanagan. So to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and short here. Ball is at the 20-yard line, so this would be about a 37-yard field goal. Pelegi, who has an extra point in this game, has 3 field goals on the season as long as 35 yards, however. And this being 3rd and very short, I would assume you'd keep the offense out there. But 2 downs to get 2 yards, and they're going to give it to Anderson, and he is going to be stopped. And Coach Morgan is applauding his defensive unit over on the far sideline. It's going to bring up 4th down and short. And Union looks like it may kick the field goal here. So I was incorrect there. 2 downs to get 2 yards. They didn't get much there, so it's still 4th and 2, and they're going to bring out Pelegi, the freshman, to try from the right hash from about 36 or 37 officially. Kick is up, and it is good. Huge kick there from freshman Francesco Pelegi. And that field goal gives Union a 24-3 lead with 5:49 to go in the third quarter. So that was a big drive. You put up points. Took a lot of clock off. First drive of the second half for Union as they move down the field and get the field goal from Pelegi. Union fans, Union College football would like to thank the following sponsors for their support this season. Brown Coach, CDPHP, Marcella's Appliance Center, Courtyard by Marriott, Mohawk Harbor, Curtis Lumber, Doubletree by Hilton, Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub, Ortho New York, New Country Lexus of Latham, the Homewood Suites, Hampton Inn of downtown Schenectady, proud supporters of Union College football. And we thank our sponsors. Union now with a 24-3 lead. $5:49 to go in the third quarter. Big field goal there from Francesco Pelegi. This ball taken in by Makai Johnson at the 10, 20, and stopped short of the 25-yard line. Special teams unit pumped up for Union as they stopped Johnson shy of the 25-yard line. The story in this game really has been the Union defense. 3 turnovers forced. They'd only forced 2 turnovers in their first 5 games. They got 3 turnovers already in this game. All interceptions. Matt Mitchell on the last possession. John Georgides and James Gillespie with interceptions in this game for the Union defense on sophomore quarterback Amir Cameron. So Cameron will start 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. That's where Buffalo State will start. Flag flies here. They get a pass complete. Behind the defense is Julian Maloney, and he's down to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 25, but we'll have to see the flag. And based on the body language of Buffalo State, I think it's coming back. The penalty was on Maloney, they said. He said he lined up in the neutral zone. That's just kind of a mental mistake there for the senior from Buffalo who hauled that one in. He nicely got behind the defense for that pickup of what would have been 25 yards out near midfield, but it's going to come back. It'll be 1st and 15 for Buffalo State. Chris Bodie, the running back, in to the right of Cameron. Cameron's going to throw. He's got his man, and a short gain is a nice tackle. As it was Zero Darian Jones who made the reception. Tackle from 8, the freshman from Peabody, Mass., John Georgides. That was a short pickup, maybe 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 14 against this Buffalo State offense. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Union leading 24-3. They motion the running back out of the backfield. They look his way. Now they pass complete to Tyler Mills, and Mills gets close to the 1st down marker. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Mills, who had a nice return at the end of the first half. His first catch, the sophomore from Fulton, New York, only had 2 receptions on the season. So this will bring up 3rd down and 2. Another big play here. Buffalo State packs it in, just 1 receiver to the top. In the pistol is Cameron. He's going to turn and hand it, and he's not going to get there, the running back. I'm not sure if it was Bodie. And it's going to be 4th down. It was Bodie, the sophomore from the Bronx. Ethan Vanderbrink credited with the tackle. one of the stalwarts of this defensive line, and now Buffalo State trying to run guys on here. They might go for this. There's only 15 seconds on the play clock. So they're going to go for this backed up deep. Buffalo State putting it all here on this play, 4th and 2 from their own 32. Cameron has time. Now he's running out of time. He's trying to run for the sticks. He got there, and he's tackled out of bounds, but a nice alert play by Amir Cameron to get a pickup of about 8 yards and get Buffalo State a first down. That was a roll of the dice from Coach Lazarus Morgan, down 24-3, trying to keep his offense on the field, and a nice play by Cameron to pick up 7 to the 39. Union's defense has been tough in this game, only allowing the 1 field goal. They're going to hand it off. Big hole up the middle and a first down as it's Bodie. Chris Bodie, the 6'1", 218-pound sophomore from the Bronx. Gets onto the Union side of the field. Pickup of 12. It's a first down for the Bengals. First and 10 for the Bengals at the Union 49. They're going to hand it again to Bodie. This time not as much success as getting in on the tackle. Number 2, Dwayne Hines, who is a linebacker and kind of slotted now as one of those hybrid guys. Linebacker, secondary guy, came up, made a nice hit, and stopped Bodie at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Minute 30 to go in this third quarter. It's been a fast-moving third quarter. Only 3 drives in this third quarter. Union's only had 1 offensive possession in this second half. They throw it down the middle. Nice pass connected. And going for the end zone is Mekhi Johnson. And he scores. Cameron to Johnson. Those two have connected a couple of times. None bigger than this one. A 49-yard touchdown. And Buffalo State is on the scoreboard with a touchdown with 1:16 to go in the third quarter. Well, Mekhi Johnson has been the playmaker in this game. The sophomore from Far Rockaway has a 50-yard reception, and then that play right there to pull Buffalo State closer. Chandra will kick it out of the hold of Cody Phillips, and the kick is up and good, and with 1:16 to go in the third quarter, it's Union 24, Buffalo State 10. So that was a huge play from Cameron to Mekhi Johnson. Those two have connected on the 2 biggest Buffalo State plays in this game. Johnson now 4 catches for $119 and a touchdown. He's got a 50-yard catch and a 49-yard catch, and that helps. That helps that total for sure. And for Amir Cameron, he's 11 of 19, 194 yards, although 99 of those yards are on the 2 passes to Mekhi Johnson, and has the 1 touchdown and the 3 interceptions. So this game certainly looks a little different now. Union, that field goal, they were feeling pretty good, 24-3. Now it's 24-10, and Union fans harken back to 2 weeks ago when they led 24-10 at halftime and ended up falling in overtime at St. Lawrence. And they're going to try the onside kick. That one didn't go 10 yards, but now Union touches it. And a quick signal that Union has the ball, so they try the onside kick. Coach Lazarus Morgan tries to catch Union off guard there with the onside kick here late in the third quarter. It didn't go 10 yards, but Union went up to try to touch it. And once they touched it, Buffalo State's trying to get the ball back there because it becomes a live football. But Union alertly, the special teams getting on top of that one. So this gives Union's offense tremendous field possession. 1st and 10 at the Buffalo State 44-yard line. Minute 14 to go in the third quarter. Gil Rivera in motion from left to right. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan, they set up the screen to Anderson. Anderson's got a first down and more down the far sideline. And they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And so it'll be a pickup of 15 and a first down for Union as we go under a minute to go in this third quarter. This is a big possession here after Buffalo State goes for the onside kick. Union gets the ball. They're trying to maybe level one more score on here in what is a 2-touchdown game. 1st and 10 for Union at the 29 of Buffalo State. Flanagan takes the snap. This looked like a design run. He's trying to bounce it to the outside. Flanagan gets a big block from Rivera, and he gets close to another first down as he is sent spiraling out of bounds on the near side. It's going to be short of the first down, 9-yard pickup, and that could be the final play of this third quarter. 2nd down and 1. We may flip this field here. Union doesn't look to be in any hurry, and they're going to go into the fourth quarter leading by 2 scores, similar to how they did 2 weeks ago against St. Lawrence, certainly hoping for a different finish. After 3 quarters here at Frank Bailey Field, it's homecoming weekend. Union 24, Buffalo State 10.
At the end of the third quarter, your score, Union 24, Buffalo State 10. The fourth quarter is coming up.
Union fans, check out Advantage Rewards from Price Chopper and Market 32. Earn points while you shop and redeem for food or fuel savings. It's your choice. Visit PriceChopper.com/rewards. That's Price Chopper and Market 32. Proud supporter of Union College athletics and Union College football. As we get ready to go here for the fourth quarter from Frank Bailey Field. Again, a beautiful afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. This is exactly how you draw it up. If you say, what do you want the weather forecast for homecoming, alumni, or family weekend homecoming? You'd say we want it in the 60s with sun, no clouds. And this is exactly what we've got here. A tremendous weekend. As we said, you look at the forecast, the next few days here in the Capital District are supposed to be close to 70, which is, in a couple of weeks we'll be begging for this weather. There's some fans out there in shorts in the grandstand. A couple of weeks, they won't have enough coats to keep warm. It's a big play. 2nd and 2 here as we start the fourth quarter. Union now moving left to right. Flip sides. They fake it to Fiore. Flanagan searching, finding the inside the 15, and we got a fresh set of downs. Union's got a first down. Tackle from Sincere Green. As the ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Pickup of 8 for Flanagan. Flanagan in this game, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 to Leonard, 1 to Gil Rivera, and 1 rushing touchdown. Union would love another touchdown here to try to lengthen this lead. 3 receivers to the far side. Anderson motions out of the backfield. He catches the ball out of the backfield, and he's got a head of steam, reaches for the end zone, and he's down at the 1-yard line. There is a flag down, however, on the far side. And the early indication looks like it will be on Union. So they tried to set up the screen to Jonathan Anderson, and Isaiah Russell, a receiver, is going to get called for holding. Tried to bounce him outside with the motion. It was a really productive play, but because of the penalty, it backs it up. It'll be 1st and 20 from the 23. Anderson came out. Fiore comes into the ball game. 3 receivers to the top here for Patch Flanagan on this 1st and long after the holding. Flanagan looking to throw. Now he's scrambling to his left. He's going to throw it up, and it's off the hands of Tolbert, I believe that is. Flanagan got hit after he let the pass fly. So it'll bring up 2nd down and long. It'll be interesting to see how Coach John Drock attacks these next few plays. Leading by 2 touchdowns, 13:43 to go. No doubt people on the Union side, Union fans, are thinking about what happened a couple of weeks ago when they were up by 2 touchdowns. And St. Lawrence came storming back to win that game in overtime up in Canton. Gil Rivera in motion from right to left. Flanagan. Ball fake. Now he's going to throw it into the end zone. He's got a man, and there's a penalty flag. Had a man wide open, and nothing Buffalo State defender could do, as flags are down in the end zone. I believe it's Justin Brown who is the guilty party, the junior from Brooklyn. Union had an open receiver and then trying to close ground. I didn't see a call yet from the referee. I assume it's going to be a pass interference and going to be half the distance. Taking a long time to sort out what seems to be a pretty self-explanatory penalty here. It's 27, not 21. That's 27, Quentin Woods, the sophomore from Cheektowaga. So Quentin Woods flagged. Half the distance. It's 1st and goal now from the 9. Flanagan has 2 running backs in the backfield with him. He turns, hands it to Fiore. Fiore tries to get ahead of steam, gets to the 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal. Fiore trying to follow the blocking on the right side. Brody Stevens and Mosley in on the tackle. Mosley, the senior co-captain from Buffalo. Had a whale of a season last year as a junior, 92 tackles to lead the Bengals defense, all Liberty League 2nd team selection, 175 career tackles for Kenneth Mosley coming into this game. 2nd and goal from the 5. Flanagan going to start to the left, trying to get to the corner, trying to stretch it out. He's being chased. He reaches, and he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It was Woods who was in the area. Union fans thought they had gotten in with another touchdown. Flanagan trying to get in for the 2nd time rushing. They say he stepped out inside the 2. It's about the 1.5-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal. .12.5 to go in this 4th quarter. Union leading 24-10, trying to put one more on the scoreboard. It's 3rd and goal from the 2. They're going to hand it off and into the end zone for the touchdown is Michael Fiore. And that is a big touchdown for Fiore. His first rushing touchdown of the season, his 27th of his career, which is now good for 7th all-time in school history. And that is a big touchdown for this Union offense as they go back up by 3 scores. Pileggi on for the extra point. Out of the hold of A.J. Condemi. Pileggi's kick is up, and it is good. And with 12:13 to go in this fourth quarter, it's Union 31, Buffalo State 10. Union fans, there's an online store for all of your shopping needs. Visit unionathleticsgear.com for college gear and gifts for that fan in your life. Visit unionathleticsgear.com. That's unionathleticsgear.com for all of the Union gear you could possibly want for friends and family, maybe for yourself. Holidays coming up. Lots of good stuff on unionathleticsgear.com. And Union fans feeling pretty good now, 31-10 with 12:13 to go. Rushing touchdown for Michael Fiore, the senior from Long Island. Again, his 27th career rushing touchdown, which is 7th all-time in school history, breaking a tie that he came into this game with. Ball caught at about the 9 by Johnson, and Johnson gets out over the 20 to about the 22-yard line where he is tackled. 12:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Lucas Coleman on the tackle along with I think it was Ryan Grenier out there. The Union special teams has been excited when they've made those plays on the kickoffs in throughout this game. So now the Union defense back out there. Buffalo State trying to build on its last drive, which was a touchdown from Cameron to Makai Johnson. And just like that, the two of those guys connect again. Cameron and Makai Johnson, a couple of sophomores who could be dangerous down the road here for this Buffalo State offense. They've already got a 50-yard completion and a 49-yard completion for a touchdown, and now they get this one out to the 40. Good enough for a first down. Makai Johnson just continues to add on to his impressive receiving day. Here is Ale Wilson. Wilson has not had a whole lot of success in this game. He's got a head of steam, but he only picks up about 2 yards. The talented senior.
Tackled on the play. Number 33, James Gillespie.
Trying to get a total on Makai Johnson. 5 catches for a $137 and 1 touchdown for the sophomore, Makai Johnson. Cameron has time. Now he's going to be flushed to his left. Puts it back towards the middle. It's caught near the first down. It's going to be Johnson again. And Johnson over the Union side of the field to the 49, and it'll be another first down for this Buffalo State offense. I tell you, Coach Lazarus Morgan, got to like this connection between the two sophomores, Cameron and Johnson. 6th catch of the game for Makai Johnson, closing in on a 150 receiving yard day here for the Bengals. Out of the pistol, Cameron hands to Ale Wilson, and Wilson only gets a couple. Again, this Union defense has been swarming to the football. Only 2 for Wilson. Matt Mitchell up from the secondary, makes the tackle. Union defense, we talked about a couple of weeks ago, St. Lawrence only had 12 rushing yards. They've made it tough again here today for Buffalo State to get anything going running the football. Makai Johnson moving left to right. Cameron takes the shotgun snap, has time. Now he's flushed to his right. And Cameron's going to scramble for a couple of yards. Union fans are not happy as they're calling out for a hold. It looked like Cole Perlman tackled one of the Union defensive linemen. I think it was maybe Cushing. This will bring up 3rd down and 6. So after the 3-yard pickup by Cameron, 3rd and 6 for this Buffalo State offense. 9:05 to go in this game. Cameron takes the snap, going to give it to Wilson. And Wilson, not much, maybe 1 to the 44. It's going to bring up 4th down, and Buffalo State's going to keep its offense out on the field.
Placed at the 44-yard line.
Fourth down and 5 here for Buffalo State. Amir Cameron looking to the sideline. He's got Wilson in the backfield to his right. 3 receivers to the near side. Johnson went in motion, now returns. Now Cameron looking downfield. Flush to his left. Now he's going to try and pick it up with his feet, and he's going to be close. No, he's not going to get it. Union's going to get it. Turnover on downs. If it's going to be a turnover. Union stopped Amir Cameron short. It's going to be a 1st down and 10 for Union, and the defense stands strong. I think Buffalo State wasn't exactly thrilled with that spot. Cameron went out around the 40, but they say it was about the 41, which is 2 yards shy of the line of gain. So big turnover on downs there for the Union defense, and now leading 31-10. Union fans have got to be feeling pretty good here with 8:12 to go. Union 8 minutes away from going to 2-0 here at home, but more importantly, picking up their first Liberty League victory before what's going to be a huge game next weekend at Hobart. Here is Anderson. Starts up the middle, bounces it to the left, and gets close to midfield, pickup of 9. I'll tell you, most of the game, this has been the recipe to success for Union, running the football between Anderson and Fiore. Sprinkle a little bit of Patch Flanagan in there as well, as Anderson has 69 yards running, Flanagan 64 yards running, and Fiore 64 yards running. So it's been a 3-headed attack here for the Garnet Chargers rushing the football. This is 2nd down and 1. It is a pass low, and Anderson, it's at his feet. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Stops the clock with 7:29 to go. Brings up 3rd down and 1. In this game, Flanagan 9 of 15 for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gil Rivera, 2 catches for 43 yards. Tolbert, 4 catches for 42 yards. Tommy Leonard has 1 catch for 29 yards and a touchdown. Rivera also receiving touchdown. Those 2 touchdowns came very late in the first half. They scored twice with under 2 minutes to go, and Anderson running the football is going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Actually lost a yard. And I think Union's going to potentially punt this football away with 7 minutes to go in this game. So Union out to punt. I think Hayden Hall has only punted 1 time in this game, and that came on the 3 and out to start this game. Ball's at the 49. Hall punting right into the sun. It's a short one. Going to take a Union bounce, and it's going to roll all the way inside the 5 and be downed at the 1. So Hall, not a really long punt, but Union special teams get down there, and they're celebrating once again as they down it inside the 5. And Buffalo State's going to be backed up here with 6:36 to go in this game.
Ball placed at the 2-yard line. It will be 1st and
Union fans, visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Open for lunch, dinner, before or after Union games. It's the place to watch college, pro football, hockey with friends and family. That's Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. So Buffalo State's got the football back. They trail by 3 scores. The problem is they're at about their 2-yard line. They're going to hand it off to, this is Chris Bodie. And Bodie gets a couple. Union player, freshman linebacker John Dragidis, who has an interception in this game. His helmet came off, so he's got to come to the sideline. Clock rolls, 6:25 to go in this game. Union looks like they're in line for a much-needed victory here. Snap a 3-game losing streak, improve to 2-0 at home and 1-1 in Liberty League play. They're going to hand it off to Bodie again, and Bodie over the 10-yard line. Matt Mitchell, the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Under 6 minutes to go in this game. So Union's win sets them up with a big game next week at Hobart. Union, if you look at their record overall, if they can win this game, would be 2-4, but they're going to be 1-1 in the Liberty League play as Bodie bounces it outside again, gets enough for the first down. Some nice running by Chris Bodie, the sophomore. Mitchell again, the tackle. So if Union again, once they hang on here, 5 minutes, a little more than 5 minutes to go, they improved to 2-4, but 1-1 in Liberty League play. And then you're staring at Hobart, who at last check was beating St. Lawrence 16-3 at halftime. The win would move the Statesmen to 3-0. Cameron gets hit. Big pickup there as he ditched the passing attempt and ran it to the 23-yard line. Hobart, they continued to pile up on St. Lawrence. They lead 32-3 in the 4th quarter. So Hobart going to improve to 6-1 and 3-0 in the Liberty League. And that's Union's next opponent. Ithaca had a big lead on RPI at half. It was 24-7. Here's Cameron, has time, scrambles away. Nice pass to the far sideline and hauled in by Darian Jones. 4th quarter on the South Hill in Ithaca. Bombers leading RPI 30-7. So if you look at the standings, Hobart looks like it will improve to 3-0. Ithaca to 2-1. And Union to 1-1. That would drop St. Lawrence to 1-2. RPI to 1-2. And Buffalo State here to 0-2 in league play. Here's Cameron. Going to throw it. He's looking for Jones. It's behind him. It's incomplete with 3:44 to go. So Hobart still in the driver's seat if they win that game and improve to 6-1, 3-0 in league. And Union with still some big games on the schedule here next week at Hobart. They still have home games against Ithaca and Rochester, and then they travel down Route 7 to end the year at RPI. So some big football left to be played. Second down 10, Cameron. Just airing it out here in the 4th quarter, although he's going to be swallowed up and sacked. Taken down at the 30 as Jordan Black in there. I think number 90 was in there as well. It's really hard to see these Union numbers on the front of the jerseys in garnet. Squeezed underneath the Union written across. So 3rd down and long. They're going to bring 4. picked up. Jones makes the catch at the 40, now starts backwards. And he's going to be taken down at the 36-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down. On the previous play, it was not number 90. It was number 60, I believe. Luke Stennett, the senior defensive lineman from West Orange, New York. So this is going to bring up 4th down and 7. Under 2.5 minutes to go in this game. Cameron's just been letting it fly here in the 4th quarter. He's going to drop back again. Union's going to come after him. Scramble to his right. Flag flies, and the pass is incomplete. And if this is on Buffalo State, it'll be declined, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And now another flag flies as Buffalo State's walking off the field. So we'll have a couple of things to sort out here with 2:16 to go. Union leading 31-10. Looks like maybe both penalties would be on Buffalo State, and trying to sort this out. I think the first flag was a hold as Cameron was trying to get away or get out of the pocket. So both penalties on senior left tackle Alex Westcott. He gets called for a hold. That's declined. The result of the play is an incomplete pass that Union gets the ball. And then after the play, Westcott flagged with an unsportsmanlike as he was walking off the field. And Union's defense cheering down to our left. You can hear him up here in the press box. They marched the penalty off, but Union, well, let's see here. Bring out the offense, 2:16 to go. There is a new quarterback. Looks like it's number 14, Cole Brisson, the sophomore from Connecticut. In a quarterback, he's going to run it to the right. He's got a big hole inside the 15. And Brisson gets close to a first down, just following that offensive line, and some new guys in there. Jack Beecham, 71, and now we're going to get the 2-minute timeout with 1:59 to go. So Union in command here, leading 31-10. They actually put a second back on, stop it right at 2 minutes. Cole Brisson, the sophomore from Cromwell, Connecticut, just 1 for 1, has seen not a lot of action, but he picked up about 8 yards on that first down keeper. Try to tell you some of the new guys in there for Union. 73, Harry Carlson, a freshman. 71, Jack Beecham, a freshman. Most of the offensive linemen, Christian Defoe, a lot of freshmen have come in at offensive line. With Cole Brisson, the sophomore at quarterback. There's 3 receivers, 2 to the far side. Brisson's going to throw this ball. The left-hander is going to put it up. It's caught. And going out of bounds with enough for the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal. Pass was caught by number 39, DJ Wright. 1st and goal now for Union. Brisson, the bad snap. or at least an off-the-mark snap. Brisson kind of had to grab it from going into the running back's belly. And now Buffalo State takes a timeout. It'll be 2nd down and goal, minute 44 to go. Trying to get to the finish line of this one. As we said, all 3 games in the Liberty League, none of them coming right down to the wire. Ithaca leading RPI 33-7 in the 4th quarter. And Hobart had a commanding lead against St. Lawrence, 32 to now it's 39-3. Statesman leading this one. Trying to get an updated score here. Yeah, 39-3. So Hobart in command. They led 16-3 at halftime, and they've outscored the Saints 23-0 in the second half. Meanwhile, RPI scored 7 points in the second quarter. It was 24-7 Ithaca at halftime, and now it's 33-7. Bombers leading RPI in Ithaca. Brisson takes the shotgun snap, going to turn, hand it off, running left and being stopped short of the 5-yard line. And Buffalo State is, I think, going to take another timeout here with 1:41 to go. The Union fans, the Garnet Chargers will be on the road at Hobart next week, and then back here for a couple of games to start November. Big games against Ithaca and Rochester before the rivalry game against RPI to end the season in mid-November. So we've got a couple more broadcasts here for you from Frank Bailey Field. I have a feeling this is going to be the best forecast that we have maybe all season. This may even be a better forecast than we had in the first game in mid-September. As just a gorgeous day here, especially good for Union fans as they're celebrating a 31-10 lead here with 1:41 to go. Buffalo State's expended some timeouts here. They've got 1 left. This is 3rd down and goal as Union's going to try to pound it in here. 3rd and goal, ball at the 7. Cole Brisson in at quarterback. Takes the snap, scrambles to his left, now starts back to his right. He's a left-handed thrower, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield as give credit to number 30, Kenneth Mosley, the senior co-captain from Buffalo, tracking Brisson one way, back the other way. And now timeout Buffalo State with 1:23 left, so Buffalo State uses all 3 of its timeouts. Try to get the football back. It's going to be 4th down and goal. And Francesco Pileggi comes out to attempt the field goal. He was warming up with his leg there, so swung it so aggressively that he went off his feet. Ball spotted at the 20, so this is going to be about a 37-yarder depending on where they officially spot it. Pileggi has a field goal in this game. Also has 1 extra point in this game. Union went for 2 on its first touchdown of the game, then went for 2 on its second touchdown, made 1, missed the second. Then a Pileggi extra point. Actually, he's got 2, I believe, extra points in this game. So where they'll set this up, A.J. Condemi is at the 27, so this will be officially a 37-yard field goal from the right hash for Pileggi. The kick is up, and it is no good, wide left. So Pileggi misses left, and with 1:21 left to go, Buffalo State's offense will come back out on the field. That kick had the distance. It was just wide to the left. See what Buffalo State does here. They took all 3 timeouts to get the football back. It still says they have 1 on the scoreboard, but I thought they took all 3. 1:21 to go. See who comes out here for the Bengals. It's Cameron. 1 touchdown pass, 3 interceptions in this game. His favorite target in this game has been the sophomore Mekhi Johnson. Throws this one, it's complete. Incomplete, looking for Jones. Had it and lost it. Incomplete, 1:16 to go in this game. Well, as we wrap up, we'll give you some final statistics before we get out of here. Homecoming again, homecoming weekend. Union men's hockey team is on the ice at 5 o'clock in a couple of hours. They take on Mercyhurst here at Mesa Rink. Cameron putting it up, way up. Nobody back there, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Union number 20. Ryan Grenier. So Grenier gets the interception, number 4 for Cameron, who just let it fly. And this is a big day for the Union College defense, who had only forced 2 turnovers coming in, 4 interceptions. Grenier, Gillespie, Georgides, and Mitchell, all with interceptions. And it adds up to a big Union victory here, 31-10 over Buffalo State. And a much-needed win as Union will improve to 2-0 here at home. They'll end a 3-game losing streak. Buffalo State, you see what they're building under third-year head coach Lazarus Morgan. They've got some nice young players. Cameron's got a big live arm. Mekhi Johnson. And even some of the younger players like Nasir Patton, who certainly has the intangibles, listed at 6'1", 187. As we go under a minute to play, Union's just going to kneel this one out. And this is a big victory, as it was actually Aiden Markoff. And one more snap will do it here as we go under 40 seconds. Union with a much-needed win. 31 points on the scoreboard for the offense is the most Union has scored in a game this season. Previous high was 26 in the season opener against Utica. As we get a whistle and a flag here. Everybody, I think, would be best served if we could just get to triple zeros on the scoreboard. 5-yard penalty on Union, 20 seconds to go. So Union's going to be feeling good here, getting back out on the field after the bye. They get the victory. They're going to go to Hobart, then back here for Ithaca and Rochester, and then finish up at RPI. And so, again, some very meaningful football still to be played. Union will improve to 2-4, 1-1 in Liberty League play. Buffalo State will drop to 2-4, 0-2 in league play. So they said because the clock was running when that penalty took place, there's a 10-second runoff, and they're going to wind the clock so the Union doesn't even have to snap it. They are going to snap it, though. They're going to take a shot down the field, and they're looking for number 83, Peter Del Rey, the freshman.
Peter Del Rey.
6 foot, 175 pounds out of Westfield, New Jersey. They're looking his way. Incomplete pass, stop the clock with 5 seconds to go. And now another flag down. So it's gotten a little sloppy here late as and now another flag down. And I think everybody would be best served if we just get this game to triple zeros here. Lots of flags flying here very late. They had a penalty on Union. They ran 10 seconds off. Union throws the ball. Incomplete pass. More flags. Unsportsmanlikes on Justin Brown and Sincere Green, and obviously the frustration kind of boiling up here for this Buffalo State defense, which really I don't think played all that badly. They gave up 2 touchdowns. So they're saying it's the second unsportsmanlike on Justin Brown, or second misconduct penalty. He had the one in the end zone, so he has been ejected from the game. And Nicholas Bratt, the sophomore from nearby Gloversville, New York, will come onto the field. So there's 5 seconds to go. Union's just, I think, going to knee this one out and get a very much-needed victory here, improve to 2-4, and hold the phone. Well, the chains are all not in the right spot there on the far sideline, but I don't think we're going to need them here because Union, I think, is just going to take a knee. Now they've got, well, I don't know what they're doing. Now they're marching off, maybe they're marching off both of those 15-yard penalties. I don't think it's going to make a difference, though, as we're just trying to get to the end of this one. 5 seconds to go. We'll quickly give you some final statistics here. Ithaca was leading RPI very big late in the fourth quarter. Hobart leading St. Lawrence late 39-3. So Hobart and Ithaca are going to win those games. Union's going to win this game here if we can ever snap this final play. They snap it. They take a knee. Does number 12, Max Cho. And that does it. Union picks up the much-needed victory as we hit the 0 mark. Union wins this game 31-10, improved to 2-4 overall, and 2-0 here at home. 1-1 in Liberty League play. Buffalo State with the loss drops to 2-4. We'll quickly give you some final statistics here. Patch Flanagan, 9 of 16 for $139 and 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns came to Gil Rivera, who had 2 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. Tommy Leonard, 1 catch for 29 yards. It was a touchdown reception. Robbie Tolbert, 4 catches for 42 yards. Running the football, Jonathan Anderson, 11 carries for 78 yards. Patch Flanagan, 11 carries for 64 yards. He had a rushing touchdown, as did Michael Fiore, 16 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown, as Union got the running game going. For Fiore, his 27th career rushing touchdown, which is 7th all-time in school history. Over on the other side of the field, first defensively, Cole De Silva, 10 tackles. John Dragidis, 7 tackles. Buffalo State offensively, Amir Cameron, 15 of 27 for 237 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Mekhi Johnson was the big target, 6 catches of her 146 yards and a touchdown. And running the football, Ale Wilson, 10 carries for 11 yards. Union was stout defensively. Cameron, 8 carries for 15 yards. And the guy who came in late, Chris Bodie, actually led the team in rushing, 5 carries for 27 yards. So Union, the big victory. They improved to 2-4. The touchdowns, Pat Flanagan, 2 passing, 1 rushing. Michael Fiore with 1 rushing, and a field goal from Francesco Pelleggi. On the other side, a field goal from Nick Chandra and a passing touchdown from Amir Cameron to Mekhi Johnson that results in the lone touchdown for Buffalo State. So that'll do it here. Final score from Frank Bailey Field for our entire crew. Some thank yous to hang out to the Union Athletic Director Jim McLaughlin, his staff, Steve Sheridan, his sports information staff, and thank you to Lazarus Morgan, who we caught up with earlier in the week and even in the pregame. And then senior co-captain Nate Sullivan joined us at halftime. Coach John Drock joined us in the pregame. So some thank yous to hand out and to our entire crew here at Frank Bailey Field for putting this production together for you to view this game as Union wins it 31-10. They snap a 3-game losing streak, improve to 2-0 at home, and more importantly, 1-1 in Liberty League play. Union on the road next week. They'll take on Hobart and be back in a couple of weeks to take on the Ithaca College Bombers here from Frank Bailey Field. So signing off, this is Andrew Santillo saying so long. That'll do it. Family and homecoming weekend. A big win for Union, 31-10 over the Buffalo State Bengals. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.